Okay, so welcome back here to the finals weekend of the Swiss Championships. We have now the first semi-final game, one of the two semi-final games that's being played today. The other one is playing on the neighboring field. Here we have the French-speaking derby between Geneva, so the Wizards from Geneva in gray, and we have FlyHigh Lausanne from Lausanne and blue. So these teams are neighboring. These are actually two French speakers, so they can discuss on the field in French. And yeah, so both teams really want to have a spot in the final. Both teams already met last weekend. They had a lot of fun. There was a tight-fought game. I think there was a really, really close game that went into the favor of the Wizards. So they will try to repeat this one here. And on the mic for this game, it's just me, Ulrike. We'll have fun. We'll try to lead you through all of this. So we start off with the Wizards on offense. We had one of the legends on Swiss Ultimate, Nassambe Vogel. They start with the disc to Natalia Baumann. Then we had a defense by FlyHigh. Now Christoph Windler, he's walking to the disc. FlyHigh looking to get the first break on the board. Disc is now in the hands of Valentin Schindler to Yannick Gallon. Unfortunately, she could not get hold of that disc with the courageous layout there. So Bay Vogel, he gets the disc back. Looking, treble call there. Big call on the field. Disc is going back. Stall is back on 0. Indicated by Windler. You can see the hand signs there. Vogel still with the disc, looking for his options. He finds Schenk. A dish pass. Reben, who picks up the disc close to the ground. All safe, looking for the around. Unfortunately, the around pass did not work out as intended. Guano Pedrosa, she could not get there, so Windler will pick the disc up again. He will have to start from a relatively difficult position here on the field in their corner. Trying to throw an overhead throw, and you can tell it's raining. He has a wet hand that is just slipped right out of his fingers. It's always happening a lot in the rain. Vogel now with the disc. Pass to Reben. That is actually the Wizards starting off with a bit shaky, but it's a hold for the Wizards. They have the first point on the board. Most teams will set up in the rain. So you can see how important it will be to close your hands tightly around the disc. So keep focused. So we see there the replay. Vogel picking up the disc, and we got Reben, great cutting there from his teammates. He's coming in all from the back and safely collected with a little fist bump in the air. Really happy to have scored their point. And now both teams, they set up again. Indication, the arms behind the head indicating that we will have 3 women on the field. In the mix, there will always change back and forth a little bit between these two. Quick looking forward. We have Toro with the disc to pull. It's actually one of the 2 Toros there on the field, so we have most of them are on the field at this time. They pull forward. Collected by Simon there. Eliane in the center now. Lehmann to Bardell. We got Egger forward. He seats Guerra in the deep space, but he was tightly covered by Bordeaux, and we got a call there. They're probably calmly discussing this in French. Here we see a replay. I think Guerin, he might not have liked the contact he was getting on this point. So Guérin Bordeaux discussing it. Guérin, he's retracting his call, conceding the fact that he probably would not have gotten that disc anyway. So the Wizards, they will get the disc. We will have Murray picking out the disc. Number 2 for the Wizards. These two teams actually play each other quite a lot since they're living in neighboring cities, Western Switzerland, and also sometimes making up teams composed of the players here. So Hannah Murray, she actually played with FlyHigh this year in the Masters World Championships. So these players know each other really well. Now she's looking for options to find her own teammates. We got Mayor with a great save there. On that pass, they're still pretty close to their own end zone. Now moving forward, Toro with the disc to Belaitis in the center. Great around throw, great save by the other Toro. Looking for his options, finding Belaitis. The handlers doing a lot of job now. It's in the hand of Murray. She's directing traffic, indicating to her teammates what she wants from them. Really nice give-go play there from Belaitis and Toro. Back to Belaitis. Toro again. Looking for the options. Now the connection to the cutters, however, is missing a little bit. And great defensive pressure there from Borzio on the cut, but we got a foul call. This is back in play. Uncontested foul. Murray, she has the disc again. Back to Mayor. Back to Murray. This one is slightly overthrown. Murray should not get her hand on that one. So this gets the disc back into the hand of FlyHigh. Got Riemann picking up the disc. Directly passing it to Egger with them nice footwork there on the line to stay in. Overhead throw to Simon. Great collection there, high in the air in these conditions. Wet disc. Now Guérin with the disc in his hands, looking for his options, finding Borzio. Very fast cutter, and we have a layout D by Toro. Giving the back right back to the Wizards there. Great layout. Murray with the disc now to Bordeaux. Looking forward, deep shot to the Toro. Unfortunately, this one was a little bit too far out in front. He could not run it down. So again, FlyHigh gets another shot at their first point. As you can tell from the rainy conditions and the turnovers, these points will turn out to be relatively long. In the conditions, team did a lot of focus. The slightest error will lead to a turnover. So now we have Simon with the disc, looking deep for Egger with a great collection there in combination with Borzio. And now looking deep, unfortunately Guérin, he could not run this down. So again, the Wizards will get another try at this point. So we already start to see some interesting plays here. The disc was a little bit too high for Egger on the first catch, and kind of bounced off his hand and landed right into the arms of Borzio. Unfortunately, the continuous play did not end up in the favor of FlyHigh. So now Belaitis back with the disc for the Wizards. He's finding Lopez there. Great cut. She's looking for her options. A lot of people in front of her. She finds Murray. Back to Belaitis, who sees Albin catching, but this time it was Guérin who has a bit of an advantage there. Great positioning, and now FlyHigh with the disc again. Borzio finding Egger, finding Guérin. It's getting exciting. Triple. And Simon seeing Barclay in the end zone, who collects the disc for the first point for FlyHigh. And again, this was the first hold for the team from Lausanne. I think they will be pumped up. And Barclay, she has a very distinctive style of catching this, always with the hands high up in the air. Really nice collection there. You can see that again, right into her outstretched hands, and the hug right afterwards. I think FlyHigh will be really happy to have scored this pretty long point. So now let's see a bunch of players that have been waiting on the sideline. Defense line there for FlyHigh, getting ready with Stalder ready to pull. Tenagla, she's picking it up for Wizards now. Bayvogel, he has the disc in his hands. Nice around throw to Reben there. Walid now with the disc. Nice cheeky throw there. Remote the back of the defender. Bayvogel with the disc. I think there was a pickup field. Is to wait during that time. He's kind of the chef d'orchestre. He's managing his players on the field. Seeing something that he likes in the form of the streaking Walid, number 28 for the Wizards. This was a much cleaner point there. So 2-1 for the Wizards. Okay, get FlyHigh ready again to receive. The Wizards are still having some last words for the team. Belitis saying some words, readying the defense line. They're like these fetching umbrellas on the sidelines. Murray getting ready to pull. Boss team signature and they're ready. Great pull there. Collected by Simon to Lehmann. Shiny Simon again. Nice working there from the handlers. Again, go movement. Ardell now in the center. And unfortunately this one slipped out of her throw, did not go where she was intending it to go. So now Toro, he will pick up the disc for the Wizards. Already starting right up with the pick. There was a player that was surprisingly free, especially supposed to be covered by Bozio from FlyHigh. So we're looking for his options. Finding Murray there. For a dump. Great handler defense there by FlyHigh. We're running out of options. And great defense there by Luba from FlyHigh. Giving the disc back to FlyHigh. Trying to get their second hold in the game. We have Simon walking to the disc. Deep shot there, but this one was a little bit too high for Leba to collect. FlyHigh getting a little bit impatient there, looking for the options, but also the Wizards putting on quite a lot of pressure on defense. So again, we will have Murray with the disc. Here, nice shot of the stack that has been set up by the Wizards. They will get ready to cut. right away. Murray's walking up the disc. She's laughing, chatting with her defender, Lehmann. Toro there, cutting hard, finding Toro. These two brothers really love playing together. You can see they know each other so well. Get number 7 for the Wizards. Back to Toro and up to his brother. You can hear from the line, Rafael really trying hard to protect the line. Great inside shot to Morey and continuation to Lopez. And back to Vivian, Murray and Toro again with the disc here. They're working their way slowly up towards the end zone. Toro now with the disc, looking for options. Lots of people in front of him, so he prefers to give it back to his brother. These two dishing it off, looking for Murray on the upline cut, surveying her options. There will be some tying of shoes required, and these slippery conditions, I think it's better to be safe and not to slip because of a not properly tied shoe. So Murray there with the disc, finding Toro, and another call. Teams are set up. Toro there, getting ready. Murray again with the disc. You can see that the pressure of FlyHigh is really high, though the handlers from the Wizards, they have to work really, really hard just to keep the disc alive. Lots of cutting. Murray sees something she likes. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too high for number 88. Vera Falkenberg. So now Simon again with the disc for FlyHigh. Looking at its options, finding Leba. Nice continuation there to Knights. Continuation there to Lehmann, who has to layer to save that catch. And continuation to Simon, to Bordell. And we have a score for FlyHigh. The second hold, these game turns really turn into rather long fights here. So FlyHigh, I think they will be really, really happy to have brought this one home here. See the streaking form of Burzio for the score. Big celebration by FlyHigh. Now big ass again on the defense. As you can see, that also the Wizards, they will bring out the big guns in the form of Beivogel, Walid, Tenalia. So they were really looking to bring this one home and scoring that point. They're getting ready, drying off their hands. Don't know how long this will hold with the rain that's really pelting down on us. Florence Windler there, ready to pull. Get an arm. And we're off with the beautiful pull from Windler there, being collected by Tinalia from Beivogel. looking at his options, trying to communicate with his fellow handlers. Doesn't really like the option he sees. And a miscommunication with Tenalia gives the disc back to FlyHigh. But Windler, trying to rush his throw, did not really get enough height on that one. So Beans was unable to collect it. So now the Wizards will get the disc back, and they have another shot at their third hold of the game. Vogel with the disc, very ambitious shot for Major. Unfortunately, there was a bit too much mustard on that one, so it went far away. However, now it means that FlyHigh, they have a rather long field they have to work with, but the pass from Vogel, he was pretty deep. So now we got Windler with the disc, finding Schwendt, which is fetching pink headband. It's always easy to recognize him on the field. Looking for his option, finding Windler, finds Durand on the sideline now, surveying her options. We got Windler again, finding his sister, Florence Windler. It's like a really good duo to have on the field. The always reliable Yannick Galland on the great spot to catch the disc there. Just looking what she gets. She finds Forever. Unfortunately, she could not really wrap her hand around the disc. So the Wizards get that disc back. Tenalia with the great shot. And Schwendt with the defense. Better positioning. And Vogel gets the disc back for FlyHigh. Beans now with the disc. FlyHigh will be really happy to have him on the field. There's a call. With a lot of contact, but there's still so much love on the field there. Little hug just to get this out. Uncontested foul. This stays in the hand of Beans. And we got a violation call. Looks like Schwendt, he started too quickly with his running, because you always have to wait until you get the okay from the defense on the mark. He gives the okay, and this allows then everybody else to move. So the V sign in the hand doesn't mean victory, it means violation. So we have Bean still with the disc, looking for his option. He finds his teammate Yannick Galland dishing off to Schwendt, who finds something forward in the air, and we will have our first break for FlyHigh, scored by Vogel. Who actually started playing with the Wizards, but now moved to Lausanne and is playing for FlyHigh. Congratulations there. Great defensive effort from FlyHigh, and it's not often that you see that somebody gets better positioning on by Vogel. Schwendt managed that one, so he will be pumped up, and you can see that he's right back on the line. So that means that after this successful first break, FlyHigh will have to play defense again. The Wizards are back out with their offense line. Here you can see the pass from Beans to Galland with the dish to Schwendt, who sees a good option forward in the end zone, passing it off to Verfrey, who catches the one nicely collected two-handed grab. Always the crocodile is always a very safe option to catch the disc. So we have Stalder with the disc ready to pull. The Wizards are ready as well. They don't want to lose any time to get this break back. There we go. Nicely stopped by Bordeaux, picked up by Murray. Now Valaitis with the disc, waiting for the cuts to develop. We have the up-line cut by Murray, and now by Torres, trying to call for his brother to cut for him. Looking for his options. Again, Toro to Toro. I think this looks like a pretty good combination there for the Wizards. There's a small call on the field. I bet there was like a retracted pick call maybe. People are getting ready, discussing what was going on. Now Toro still with the disc, close to their end zone. The Wizards trying to punch the one in, not to lose another point, and bobbled but saved by Murray. Really good awareness to keep that one safe and to score the third point for the Wizards. So we have 3-3, really tight game here in this Western Swiss Derby. Here you see again, Toro with the disc, looking for his option. There was a good defensive effort there by FlyHigh. And then Murray bubble, and finally, just before she stepped out of the field, she secured it safely in her hands. So I think she will be really happy that the one went her way. Again, both teams ready to get started. I don't think they want to lose any time between points, just to be as fast as they can to stay warm and to not get cold in these fun conditions here we have at the Swiss Championships in Bern. And this is one of the two semi-finals being played. The other one is being played right on the pitch to the next side, where we have FucZH against Saucers Bern. And now back to the field here with FlyHigh in blue and the Wizards in gray. We have Lehmann now with the disc for FlyHigh to Egger, two Knights. Great cutting there by FlyHigh. Now great handler movement there between Simon and Lehmann. Seeing Knights striking deep for the score. There was a really nice and clean hold for FlyHigh. They will be really happy about this one. And you can see Knights cheering on her teammates, trying to get them hyped up for defense on the next point. Again, we have this really nice play there between Lehmann and Simon. And he could already see out the corner of his eyes. He sees Knights striking in the end zone and beautifully passed right into her hands. And again, you can see both teams already set up to go. Windler with the disc in her hands, ready to pull. Also letting us know here in the commentary booth that we have 4 women on the line for this point. Beautiful pull right around the break mark. Belaitis picks it up, passes the disc to Murray, and ready right into the center of the field to Devienne. And Toro with the disc now under tight pressure from Windler. Again, foul call. There's a bit too much contact for Toro's liking, but all smiles are good. Saucers Zurich, he just caught it, but he just wanted to let his opponent know that this amount of contact is not necessarily something that he would like. Another foul call here. Tight defense by the female Windler. These two being a really good duo on the field. Murray still there with the disc. Another great defensive pressure, in this time means he got, I think, the better of Devienne in this case. So now the disc is in the hands of FlyHigh. We have Windler picking it up, looking for his fellow handler, Yekak. Now Schindler with the disc, looking for options, finding Windler. And he sees this Steve Yekak cutting deep. Unfortunately, he was already on the way back to cut back. So a small miscommunication on the cut there. Here's this back to the Wizards, who now have to have the whole field to work with. Belaitis starts with the disc on his hand. Again, we have the striking form of Toro. There's options. finding Falkenberg. And a little bit of an overthrow. Vivienne could not really get a hold of this disc. So Windler picking up the disc, Thor taking off his head, getting serious there. Now Florence Windler with the disc. Telling her teammates what she wants from them. Schindler with the disc now on the line. Tight pressure. Christoph Windler getting free, seeing his sister streaking, but unfortunately that throw there. Maybe there was a bit too much love on that one. So Florence Windler should not really get a hand. Couldn't really get a hand on that disc. And now Murray is again there with the disc for the Wizards. Coaching defense there from Beans. And nice block there from Windler. I think he really wanted the disc back after his pass to his sister right a few moments ago. So now he gets the disc back right in front of the end zone. This time he finds Beans for the score, making it 5-3 for FlyHigh. They win another break to FlyHigh early in this game. So I think they will be really hyped up now. The Wizards, I think they will need to work hard to keep their heads up high. And to stay cool. And we will have a small timeout call there on the field. We have another look at this beautiful pass from Windler to Beans. And with this, we will go into a short little break while the teams also have a bit of a talk on the field in this timeout. And we're back with the two teams ready after this little short timeout. Again, outstretched arms indicating that we will have 4 women on the line. We see Windler with the disc in her hands, ready to pull to the Wizards, who are getting some last minute informations from Tenalia to plan out the offense for this point. Because with the score of 5 for FlyHigh and 3 for the Wizards really need to get this point onto the board if they want to stay in the game. Otherwise, FlyHigh will take off. Make it really hard for the Wizards to come back. So we have Schenk with the disc in his hands, looking for the reset options. Good switching there from FlyHigh and putting up so much pressure that Schenk could not control the disc in his hands. So now FlyHigh looking to score another break. We got Windler with the disc calling for her teammates to give her something she can work with. And Yannick Gallon with a beautiful cut and a pass to Stalder, passing off a quick pass to Schindler. A little bit too high that she could not bring this down in a controlled manner, and the second effort laying out for it did not succeed either. So now the Wizards have the disc again. Schenk now with the disc on the far sideline, looking for Tenalia, who is a tight coverage by Stalder. Now Baumann with the disc. Tumbe Vogel, and we have a pick call on the field. People just sort each other out, talking to each other, and see readiness is called. So now get Murray striking for that one, but it came out a little bit fast, so even the super speedy Murray could not run this one down. So now FlyHigh gets another chance to sniff at this break. We will have Beans picking up the disc. He's being tightly marked by Vogel. Now let's see what he can do in this situation. A great fake in there. Upline cut, disc to Gallon. Looking for her continuations. But again, tight defensive pressure from the Wizards. Baines with the disc to Schwend. He's looking at his options. Low disc. Which gives another chance to the Wizards for score. We have Tenalia picking it up, finding Baumann in the center of the field. She finds B. Vogel on the far sideline with a nice around throw to Schenk, up to Murray. Again Schenk to Murray, Tumbe Vogel, trying to get some movement going, but still stagnating this. Leads to a dish off back to Murray. Tumbe Vogel again to Schenk. Can get some quite a defensive pressure there from Schwend. But still, these two, they play the disc back and forth. Cheeky overhand throw to Baumann. Gallon coming in hot in the defense. So we got an uncontested foul call, which gets the disc back into the hand of Baumann. And she's looking for options. Tight defense by defense, and just a split second of not enough attention leads to a drop disc, and it's back in the hands of FlyHigh. Again, we have Windler and Beans trying to work in the handler set. We got Geschwend cutting, and we have a pick call on the field. Quite a number of people stopped running. It's always a good indication that something has been called. But let's see what they agree. I think they agree that this did not affect what had been going on the back of the field there. So we have Stalder with the disc. He's for the moment unmarked. But a bit of a maybe hasty throw to Beans, who has the tight coverage of Bay Vogel. Leads to the disc in the hand, back back in the Wizard, but then the overthrow to Tenalia was not fast enough, so Stalder had all the time in the world to get right in there and swat it away. So now FlyHigh, they get another attempt, but I think Windler, she said, okay, let's talk about this for a split second. She's calling a timeout, so FlyHigh will have some strategy talk about this one, and during this time, we will also take a little break from our side.
Enjoying the show? Show your support for the live stream and the people making the show. Buy a super chat or super sticker on YouTube directly. Select your donation and type your message to the world. And share. All donations go into directly funding new shows. Buy a super sticker or super chat now. Thank you.
Right now, he's gonna have to bid. Oh, just a football!
Huge layout block. Unbelievable stuff on the front corner of the end zone.
Maybe just that boost of energy they needed. Huge swing pass and a great grab there from Spear.
And we're back after the timeout for FlyHigh. So we have Windler with the disc. They're again trying to get another break onto the board, but the throw was a little bit too far, right into the hand of number 18. But again, I think maybe both teams need to put a little bit more patience into their throws. So again, FlyHigh now with the disc, and disc now in the hands of Gallon, who sees Beans there, who has the better read on the disc to score this one for FlyHigh, bringing us to 6-3. Again, it was a pretty messy, many turnover points with the better end for FlyHigh. The replay there for the catch from Beans. He had to go full stretch into the air to catch this one. So FlyHigh will be really happy to have him on the field. Fun fact about him is that he collected enough daddy points to be here, but he's actually a pretty young father. So he also had other duties than just playing Ultimate, but I think in this case, FlyHigh will be really happy to have him. Here we have Luba with the pole. FlyHigh getting ready to play another point of defense. Again, tight defense on the resets, but we have Toro, and Toro not really brought into much of a trouble there, but that disc there had a bit too much energy, was bouncing off Bordeaux's shoulders. And now Toro is checking it if it's still good. I think they want a new disc. Oh yes, you can see it's wobbling quite a lot. So they will get a new disc. Good call there by Toro to have seen the problem there. So we got Windler now with the disc, and right away we got a violation call. I think Luba, he was a bit too fast with his steps, not waiting for the disc to be ready. Now he has the disc on the sideline, trying to find a good option for the throw, opting to go for their emergency overhead pass. Great second attempt there by Gschwend, but good defensive pressure by Belaitis, which means now the Wizards have the disc again in their hands, looking for option. This time Bordeaux does catch the disc properly. He finds Maillard. And now Belaitis again with the disc. Back to Toro. He's looking at his option. Finds Falkenberg, who catches the disc but cannot control it, and it slips out of her fingers. Here we had another look at the defense by Belaitis. Great second effort by Jonas Gschwend. So now we're back right into the action. Yannick Galland with the disc for Windler. Again, good movement from the handlers, but then there's continuation missing towards the cutters. We got Yekak with the disc in his hands. Back to Windler. looking at his options, opting to go for the around pass. Now Schwendt with the disc in his hand. Back to Windler, and a pick call. You can really see like both teams, they know each other pretty well, so they're really able also to cut each other off rather easily. Windler looking for the around pass. It's really easy and difficult if you have a player that has a similar stature to yours to somehow get around them. And great upline pass for Löba, and collected by Windler in the end zone, making full use of his long arms. So the FlyHigh on the board with just another break. I think the Wizards, they might need to talk a little bit about their defensive connectivity if they want to stay in this game. So far, FlyHigh has been up to a much better start of the game, leading 7-3. And here we have a look at the two teams. And also just a big shout out to our camera team. They do an awesome job under these rainy conditions. Everybody's giving it all. And I think everybody is really happy about the rain gear that we're all wearing. The teams, of course, they don't necessarily need that one. They are warm with all the hard running that they're doing. We get Reben catching the pull for the Wizards. Now Vogel with the disc in his hands. Giving it back to Reben. He's looking for his options. FlyHigh really opting to have a big defense on these players, and we got Walid with the disc now, but I think there was a pick call on his cut. Buccio letting him know that no, he would not have been free if there wouldn't have been any other player in the way. So the disc goes back to Tenalia. But now Walid, he gets the disc. Trying to find Tenalia on the upline cut. He's looking for the deep shot to Werner Pedrosa, but we got Bardell just at the right position to defend the disc with her hip. Her big smiles on her, and she's right and back into the stack. Yeah, it was actually shoulder, not the hips. But still, you can see that she is pumped up on that play. Now we got Barclay with the disc to Bardell. The combi of the two lefties there. Oh, they got a double cut. And again, Barclay, really great cutting from her in the handler space. And see big lefty fake. Nice. Playing back there to Simon. And again to Bardell. Looking for options. We got a pick call again. You can always see when people do the Popeye pump in the air that we have a pick call, which means a defending player could not follow the person they were covering. Nice movements there from FlyHigh. Finding Burtz, Simon finding Burzio. For the cut. We get Egger now with the disc. And now Garin on the far sideline. Trying to play the disc back into the center. We got Egger there with some tight defense from Vogel. Disc is going back to Lehmann. We got Bardell for the disc. Great grab. Need to remember she's a lefty, so for her this kind of catch with the left hand is actually the proper one. Unfortunately, on the next cut, Simon could not get his hand on the disc. Tight defense there from Walid. Maybe we have another look at this play between Vogel and Egger. So the Wizards get another shot at their hold. We got Tenalia with the disc, looking for his options, finding Vogel, and he already sees Murray running deep. But somehow these two, they're not really clicking at the moment. Most of the shots are a little bit too deep for her to reach. So maybe in the halftime they will need to have a little talk. So now Simon has the disc back in his hands for FlyHigh. And he will call another timeout just to make a plan how to score this 8 points to get into half. And with this we will also take a little bit break and we're back in a sec.
Voilà.
The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
Okay, halftime is almost here, but FlyHigh is trying to get there. So after the short timeout, let's see what they came up with in terms of offensive strategy. Still have Simon with the disc. They're opting for something horizontal. We got Barda now with the disc. Finding Simon. Great defense there by Reben. He could not really see the disc, but he had a feeling where it might be, and it got his hand right into the good position. So now we got Bay Vogel now with the disc. Big mark there by Egger, trying to throw it around to Walid. Oh, but he was running so hard that he could not keep a hold on the disc, that it ended up in his arms. So again, FlyHigh with the disc. Great defensive pressure, but we got a foul call. I think tight pressure from Tenali on Burzio. They can talk it out in Italian. They probably will do. They probably do. I think Burzio probably was not happy about the tight attention he got from Tenalia, and they're both very fiery players. Maybe Tenalia a bit more so, but both of them being Italian, I think they can talk it out in Italian. But I think they're asking even for some further perspective from their teammates, which is also a good thing, always a good thing to do if you don't know. So it's an uncontested foul. The disc goes back to Burzio. Yes. Get Garana with the disc. Again, tight mark by Walid. Great effort for the catch for Burzio. Unfortunately, he could not get his hand on it. So now the Wizards off to the races. And a great connection between Walid and Tenalia brings the Wizards up to 4 points and 7 points for FlyHigh. But again, the fact that there's so many turnovers in these points shows, on the one hand, the challenging conditions that we have with the really, really strong rain, but also the highly high defensive pressure that both teams are putting on each other. It's a really tight game. Maybe the sidelines could be a little bit louder, but the rains make it hard for people to gather around the fields. You can see here the puddles, the water gathering in the little puddles all around the fields. So now we have the Wizards with the disc in their hands, ready to pull. So we got Keller ready to pull. In fact, that the woman is pulling shows us we have 4 women on the field. Indicating readiness. And Barclay with the disc to Lehmann, who finds Knights right away. She's looking for options, trying to see Simon, who does some fancy sliding on the ground with Toro. Both players dry each other off a little bit. Great defensive pressure there by Toro, but also good thing nobody got hurt in that defensive action there. With the rain, the ground is getting pretty slippery, so we have somebody sliding. I think Zoe Lopez kind of landed awkwardly on her defensive cutting there, calling for an injury. So I think she will walk off the field, but you can see her walking. I think she just landed awkwardly and just needs the moment to shake that off. We have Murray coming in, replacing her on the field. The disc is still with FlyHigh, so Simon still has the disc. Here we can see Zoe walking off. So everything is looking fine. Just needs a moment, I think. So again, now we have Murray subbing in. Now we see Egger. Great second effort there. Good defensive pressure from the Wizards, but Christian Egger, he just stayed cool as a cucumber and caught the disc for FlyHigh. This takes them to half, 8-4 for FlyHigh. So we will have a little break of a few minutes and we will back with the action in the second one. Here you can see the end of the catch on that one. So see you in a moment.
We believe mixed is the best for the sport, for the world. That's why we're making a global showcase, starting in Europe, made in Amsterdam. ULTI League. ULTILeague.net.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Hello? Test. Test. Hello? Swiss Ultimate Championships.
And we're back with a lot of action here. Wizards working hard to maintain possession of the disc, but the tight defensive pressure leads to a drop. Another look at that bobble by Falkenberg. She did a really good job controlling that one. But now it's back in the hand of FlyHigh. Lehmann with the disc right in front of the end zone, dishing it back to Burzio. While they're taking their time, then they're going for some hasty cuts. There's nothing really developing there, but he sees Simon, and we have Löber with the score for FlyHigh with another break, I would say. So we got 9 points FlyHigh, 4 points the Wizards. So FlyHigh really looking pumped up. The Wizards hanging their head a little bit, but they really need to lift it back up. I think they can be, even though they're for the moment trailing by quite a few points, I think they can be really happy about what they're showing on the field. And really these conditions, they don't make it easy. Have another look at Keller. There. Trying to figure out what's the ratio. You can see when people ask, outstretched arms mean 4 women, hands behind the head means 3 on the field. So you can see we get started with the disc in his hands, also giving us the information that we have the 3 women for men ratio on the field currently, because it's always the majority gender that will field the pole. There we go. Big pole. Homstalder rolling, being collected by Tenalia. Finds Vogel to Murray with the nice around throw. Great inside there to Walid. Finding Reben in the middle of quite a lot of players. It's getting a bit messy. We have a pick call there. Tenalia, he was really easy. Leave free there. So again, the Popeye pump showing us we have a pick situation going on there on the field. This goes back to Reben now, so he gets another try, finds Walid. Almost in the end zone. And we have a score for the Wizards. There was a much cleaner point than the ones before. So I think they will be really happy that this one's in the book. So we have 6 points for the Wizards, 9 points for FlyHigh. Here again, the collection by Walid, finding the continuation right away. Not much defense could do there. You can see players hiding under the umbrellas in this condition. We're propping us up with the Euro pallets to be up here. So again, great shout out there to camera people and all the technical crew here from ULTI.TV, doing an amazing job in these challenging conditions. And if you want to support ULTI.TV in their mission to bring Ultimate to everybody, have a look at their YouTube channel, at their Patreon page, and maybe you can even support them through the Patreon that they have. Because then they can continue to bring you ultimate action like the one we see here between FlyHigh from Lausanne and the Wizards from Geneva, fighting for spot in the final of the Swiss Ultimate Championships. Again, we have FlyHigh there with the disc at Lehmann. Looking for Knights with the great grab under tight pressure from Falkenberg. Knights finding Wurzio. Two defenders blocking each other. But then Berleitis, he sniffs out this deep shot early on. Straight there, and we have Tenalia there as well to swat it down, to deny any second attempt action that might go on there. But now we have Toro with the disc, trying to communicate to his brother that he needs some cutting from him. We got Mayor, nice grab under pressure there. Back to Toro, and to Toro again. Don't be confused. It's two persons with the same name, two brothers, and a slightly high disc for Falkenberg leads to a turn. So FlyHigh get another chance at this hold. They have a pretty short field to work with. You can see again Falkenberg realizing early that she won't get that disc. Again, we will have Simon picking up the disc. Everybody's working hard. You get Knights now with the disc, finding Simon with the beautiful disc, and now great continuation right into the arms of Wurzio, who's pumped up about this one. He's actually the coach of the team for this year, so he will be really happy that it's working just as planned so far. So again, we see the turnover from the high disc. It's waiting on the ground there, and there we see Knights with the pass to Simon, and then continuation directly into the hands of Wurzio. So great timing on these cuts. You can really see how pumped up the FlyHigh players are. Outstretched arms means 4 women on the field. We also have the Wizards ready to receive. We got Windler with the pull. Nice pull there by Windler. Tinadlia catching it directly. Big Vogel looking for his options now. Prefers to go for the dump. Overhead throw to Schenk. Great pressure there from Schwend. But I think they have a quick talk about it. We have a foul call there, because I think there was quite a lot of contact. And then over the shoulder pass, just not slow enough for Baumann to run it down. So again, we will have Windler picking it up now. Frey, the great catch. Unfortunately, it slips right between her fingers. Under these conditions, you really need to focus to close your hands early enough to safely collect the discs there. You can see a masterclass there shown by Baumann and also by Murray. Back into the hands of Vogel now. Finding Tenalia, they're closing into the end zone. They're on the line. Windler working really hard to defend that one. But if May Vogel is on a run, he's on a run. That's a point for the Wizards. So now teams back out to trading points. Here you see that one. Great cut by Vogel and also nice touch on the throw by Tenadlia for the Wizards. So now we have 6 points for the Wizards, 10 points for FlyHigh. FlyHigh still has a relatively comfortable lead, but they should keep the tension up high. Don't let the Wizards come back too much if they want to secure their spot in the final. Just a clear verification, 10-6 is the score. Thank you also to our scorekeepers from the FSL team. Always good to get confirmation that what we're counting is the same that they're doing. Murray with the pull for the Wizards. Simon picking up directly into the hands of Lehmann. Again, we get Bardell. The great streaking cuts, great collection there by Knights of the slow disc. You get Lehmann, lots of space to run this one down on the upline cut. Looking for options. And great defensive pressure there by Toro to see this one develop and to get that one with the layout defense. He was starting to follow his defender, saw the one develop, turned around and laid out for the one. Which means that now he gets a shot at maybe starting a break point for his own team from the Wizard. Great grab in the middle of everyone from Mayor. Seeing the striking Toro, but now too much defensive pressure from FlyHigh. Gives the disc back to Lehmann. In the middle of the pitch. Now we get Simon finding Egger, who surveys his option. Decides to go for something patient. Trying to dish it off to Barclay, who unfortunately cannot grab the disc tight enough. So now the Wizards get another chance at that break. Get Murray with the disc, looking for options. High disc. Oh. Magically collected by Lopez. Great presence of mind there. Unfortunately, that one again slips through the hand of Falkenberg. You can see that these players are getting muddier and muddier. Lehmann, who has a really great game so far, is looking for options. Fellow handlers don't really give her anything. Great second attempt on that hand block there, but she was not really seeing much. Trying to go for an overhead throw. Greatly defended by Murray. And Toro, little lack of focus there on the catch. There you can see another tremendous effort by Lehmann. And we have another turn from FlyHigh. I think the conditions slowly start to lead to a number of errors creeping in. And let's see if they can get the disc back from the team. But there we had a miscommunication between the brothers. So we have Lehmann walking to the disc and calling for a timeout right away. Okay, Murray and Herc, she quickly just agreed on what to do, and we will take a little break as well and see you in a bit.
The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
And we're back right into the action with FlyHigh, still in possession of the disc after the timeout there. Great flowing there, Elian Lehmann with the disc, finding Egger right in front of the end zone, opting to go for the tricky overhead throw in these conditions. Maya, she had the better read on it than Knights. She gives the disc now right back into the hands of Murray for the Wizards. So again, looking to cut, and Falkenberg this time. Speculative disc. So now FlyHigh gets another chance. At that point, we got Simon with the disc. You can hear the shouting from the sideline to opt for something easy. Now the disc goes into the hand of Barclay, but we have a pick call. Barclay and Lowy and Zoe Lopez talking it out quickly. They're going on. Around. Simon with the disc now. Right into the hands of Egger for that point. Don't forget, there was a hold for FlyHigh, so they will be really happy to have scored this one, because it means that the Wizards are not coming any closer. So now we have 11 points FlyHigh, 6 points for the Wizards. And we have another look at this great inside shot right into the chest of Egger. Okay, our cameraman just showed you a little impression of the lakes that are starting to form. Luckily, they're forming right next to the field and not on the field. Even though you're starting to the fields are starting to get a bit warm in the center, you can see where the most of the action is taking place. So FlyHigh pulling to the Wizards. We get Mbe Vogel with the disc to Reben. He's trying to find his teammates. One of his three teammates. It's getting hard. Big defense there. We get Mbe Vogel with the disc. We had Walid, who is unable to keep hold of the disc under the tight pressure from several FlyHigh players. We see this coming in hot, and you see he's the only one amongst at least 3 FlyHigh players in close attention. So now FlyHigh did part 1 of the break, which is get the defense. Now they need to bring the offense home, which seems to prove even a bit harder. We'll expect great visionary throw there by Florence Windler to Steve Yikak. Nice pass to Yannick Galland. Seeing lots of people on the field. You get Yikak with the disc now, looking for his options. He finds Beans. Great flow there from FlyHigh. There was a relatively efficient point. Only one turnover that brought the disc into the hands of FlyHigh, and then the defense line brought the disc home. Here we have another look at this beautiful shot from Yikak to Beans for the point. So FlyHigh is able to extend their lead. They are now 12 points. The Wizards still at 6. So the Wizards really need to turn on the Jets now if they want to come back into this game. Otherwise, FlyHigh, they already see the lights from the final blinking for them. Here we have a great shot of Bordeaux from the Wizards, waiting for the pole that's being fielded by Luba for FlyHigh. Belaitis is collecting the disc, paying forward to Murray. Again, great cut there by Falkenberg. And good effort by Lopez to secure that one. It was a bit low, so a turnover from the Wizards gives FlyHigh another chance at a break. But we have good positioning there from the Wizard defense. And Durand thinks quickly about the call she's about to make, but she's finally she's retracting it right away, realizing that she did not really have a play on that disc. So the Wizards get another chance for a hold. Belaitis to Devienne, whom we haven't seen on the field for quite a while. Now the disc is back in the hands of Murray. Belaitis again, looking for his options. He's running out of cutter options. Devienne again with the disc. Finding Belaitis again in the center. Great movement there from the Wizards. Forward shot to Toro, who's able to bring this one down for the Wizards. There was a bit of contact from the part of Rindler, so he's excusing himself right away. Always nice to see that one. I think both of them are pretty slight, so the bump is not too bad. And there, like some smiles. Hopefully this will get the Wizards pumped up a little bit more to turn on the Jets and to show us what they're made of. So jackets are being exchanged. People coming onto the field. They get another shot at this defense from the Wizards. And here we go. Great collection. Toro very happy about this one. A little hug to Windler from the opposing team. These are all good. These teams, they know each other so well, and the players know each other so well. It's really nice. see this kind of thing. So it's really competitive during the point and between the points. People chat to each other and their friends. So we have Baumann with the pole for the Wizards. FlyHigh ready to receive. Great shot of our camera woman. She's giving you these nice overhead shots that you see here. And we have Lehmann with the disc in the center of the field, looking for her fellow handlers. Pressure from the Wizards is increasing. Oh, great save there, Brilliant Lehmann for FlyHigh. That Guerin cutting hard, but it's really hard for him to get free against Walid. Nice there, sliding catch. Great job. We have Egger with the disc. Lehmann cutting in. Great. Really nice play from FlyHigh for that hold. And you could really see in that case, you could see Walid thinking about going in to that upline cut from Lehmann here. You have Egger. We have that upline cut from Lehmann. We can see that Walid decided not to put too much pressure on that situation to maybe cause a dangerous play. But through this, he lost kind of track of his direct opponent, which is then free to collect the disc for FlyHigh. Again, we will have Windler pulling for FlyHigh. Getting ready. Quick shot of Galland walking off the field, sporting a mint green jacket. Players trying to protect themselves from the conditions while they're off the field. I think when you're running, you don't really feel the rain, but once you're off the field, you're getting cold. But there, I don't think that Toro is feeling the cold. He's so focused on passing the disc to one of his fellow players. Really difficult to find the good options. Murray there to Falkenberg. Under tight pressure from Durand. And another turnover in the favor of FlyHigh. Like Christoph Windler to his sister Florence Windler. Forward shot to Durand with great defense there from Toro. Gives the disc back into the hands of the Wizard. I think the initial target of this pass was Durand. This too high for her, and then Toro, he just said, no, this is our disc. And he got it back for the Wizards. Great handler movement there. Murray also upline cut. Looking for options. Connections are missing. So again, the handlers need to work hard. We see upline cut. Great round throw by Murray. Opens up the whole field. Pass to Bordeaux. We have some sliding and slipping in the center of the field. People are getting up, tying shoes, slapping hands. Bordeaux still with the disc for the Wizards. Trying to find reset options there. Always into the reliable hands of Murray and Falkenberg, who seems to have a really unlucky game at the moment. Drops the disc. Small pick call. Disc returns into the hands of Windler. Far small to reset. And again, he finds Yekak. And Durand this time with the disc. She's looking for options and a miscommunication between her and Christoph Windler. Gives the disc yet again back to the Wizards. So after quite a few couple of clean points, we are back into a rather messy one. Wizards are working hard. Now you've got Lopez with the disc. Now Bordeaux, back to Toro, back to Belaitis. Wizards are getting close to their end zone. They need to stay patient. They need to stay cool. They want to score their point. Great around pass. And great collection there on that overhand throw by Toro. So that's a point to pump them up. The Wizards will be really happy about this hold, which gives them the 8th game point. An 8th point. Here we have another look. Didn't really like the options. Into the center. And then the overhead throw. Great read there by Toro. And then using the slippery slide conditions. Enjoys their one and enjoys a little chat with his brother, who looks so much cleaner than he does. But looking at the time, I think we should be at the end of the game almost. But it's in any case, it's either 90 minutes or 15 points. Well, we will see. For the moment, we have Bay Vogel pulling for the Wizards. Swiss legend. The Wizards are really happy that he's back here playing with them. This pull lands on the line. So Lehmann calls for the break. FlyHigh can already start a little bit advanced forwards towards their own end zone. It also gives the Wizards quite a lot of time to set up their defense. So they have Lehmann walking up to this part of the field that has already been pretty much used. There seems to be most of the action seems to go on in this corner of middle of the field there. We have Lehmann with the disc for Garin. You can really see this seems to be one of the set plays for FlyHigh. We got a pass for Simon, who is looking for his options. Not really happy with what he's seeing for the time being. He finds Burzio on a great upline cut. We got Guerin. Great save there by Lehmann on that defended disc. For the moment, things are getting a little bit messy, but FlyHigh, they have the better end of their game. And based on that celebration, the 14th point also means that this is the end of the game of this semi-final, and FlyHigh will get the chance to play for the gold medal in the final. So they already have a medal guaranteed. Now they need to decide which color it will have, and we will see the Wizards a little bit later in the game for 4th place. So enjoy the people hugging, and thank you so very much for following this stream here. I was Ulrike for ULTI.TV, and also big thank you to all our camera people, technique people, and thank you to ULTI.TV for bringing this stream to you. We'll see you in a few minutes for the game for 9th place in the Swiss Championships.
Voilà.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
ULTI.TV.